So in the previous lesson, we looked at traditional Chinese medicine. We looked at culture and prevalence rates, and today we look at traditional Chinese medicine. And this is looking at how it diagnoses and treats depression. Okay, so what it is and how it so this lesson really we want to focus on diagnosis. First, we can check their homework about their opinions to themselves, or maybe just ask students, show of hands, and they share some of the points they made. I've never done this activity before, but this is an idea I had, so let me know if it works or not, or any tweaks that you made that made it better. The quiz questions are in the activities folder, so you print them out, partner students up, give one quiz A to one partner, quiz B to the other partner. It's a competition to see who can answer all 10 questions first, but they take turns at answering it. So let's say, Blondie asks Brunetti, so he'll ask her the question. If she gets it right, then he asks another question, and so on and so on. She might just go through all 10 and then she wins. Once she gets one wrong, it's her turn to ask Blondie a question. And if he gets it right, he goes again. So, and I tried to write the questions from easiest to hardest. Once someone gets all 10 questions right, they switch papers and they go again. Just trying to use some more low-tech, and student interacting with each other type of activities rather than cahoots and blookets. So, yeah. Right, AI made this image of me of a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner smelling someone's pee. Why would he be doing this? Thought that might be a good hook. There are no images like this on the internet, by the way, to get. And then chalk talk. Why? Okay, so maybe looking for the color of the urine or maybe the smell. And we explain what diagnosis looks like in TCM. And then the cornerstone. So, I love the rule of threes. It helps students, I think, and it helps me as well, think, okay, what do I need to know for this topic? We got yin and yang, qi, and the 5-element theory. So some slides here for chalk and talk. And then the 5-element theory is students are tasked to create a diagram that represents the control and creation cycles. Now, I asked ChatGPT to write this out for me in a bit more detail because I didn't include all of that in the textbook because it would be redundant. Students don't need to know the whole control cycle, the whole creation cycle. They can just remember one as an example. But you can't create the diagram and process this information deeply unless you have all the information. So that's why this one's more detailed than the textbook. Here's the theory. Did they come up with something? Hopefully they came up with something similar of like a flowchart around the outside and the control through the middle. Anyway, we can explain this, and here's a really good 3-minute video that explains the theory. Another compare and contrast. Can they see the similarities and differences? I came up with some thoughts, and I asked ChatGPT what it thought as well. Okay. Workbook notes, if you like, this could be a homework assignment, but then I think this does a really good job of reviewing TCM. Again, though, it covers heaps, so I think it's best as a homework assignment. I see here you may be quizzed on this in the next lesson. They won't be. So anyway, last lesson coming up, we are looking at herbal remedies, so we go more deeper into TCM.